in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see the #9 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to pass, it's Morris. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Makes the catch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the Mustangs send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They kick it away on fourth down. Makes the catch at the 35. He's got great speed. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. On the option. He'll toss it.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. Cut there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Red Raiders come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Red Raiders will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the 1st down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Addison. Got his man downfield. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Looking down the middle. Finds a man on the left. Offense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give to the back. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Mustangs come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. To the air, it's Morris. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
That was a third down this offense absolutely had to have. They're already down in this game, and so on third down, you've got to find a way to win. And it's a nice job in the one-on-one, running a good route, creating some separation, quarterback throwing on time, and this offense stays on the field.
He spins that thing down the middle. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The offense changing the play. Back to pass on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Sends it downfield. It's incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field now. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. And the Mustangs decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The run to the left. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Trying play action. How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down?
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football into.
On the move. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And sometimes the quarterback grabs the football so quick and tries to get out of his hand, rushes it a little bit on these quick throws. Sometimes they don't even grab the laces, and you could tell he just grabbed it, threw it a little bit too quick, and missed behind the wide receiver.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throwing on the run. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Man, that was going to be a bomb. There are a lot of NFL kickers that wouldn't make that field goal.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive. Already down. There he goes. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Hard running there. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown Mustangs. He would not be denied. How about that running back lumbering his way and getting into the end zone?
Find the end zone. You might not necessarily be known for long runs and your fast speed, but all you got to do is get it done. Have the agility, have the awareness, score the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Army is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up off the canvas before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Michigan State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. The long missed field goal squashed any hopes of scoring on the last drive. They'll try to get something done this time. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Just a little off. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Right on target this time. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
As a quarterback, it's never fun getting hit, but it always feels a little bit better when you're able to complete a strike down the field. Nice shot.
To the air on first down. Fires left. It's caught. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. The Red Raiders are on the move. Finds his big tight end.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with second and short. Quick release on the RPO. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
He'll take it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the quarterback's throwing from the pocket. He's trying to fit that football into a real small window down the middle of the field, and the defender's hit was able to jar the ball loose from the receiver. Great job.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Hits the open man. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Red Raiders want to move quickly. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's not going to take the touchback. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Looking for a huge play. He's got it down the left side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
One big play and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Use the play fake, down to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Mustangs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Morris. Buys a little time. On the run, deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off. But I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sampson. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Mustangs want to pick up the tempo. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, SMU!
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He uncorks one deep. He's got it down the left. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to go up top in times running out in the half. Snagged out of the air. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Complete to the left. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely good.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better. Turning it on. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20.
Man, how nice is it to have a guy that you can give the ball that can make such big plays? It makes play calling fun. It makes offense fun. Everything's built off of this, but when you can block it up front and give the ball to a speed so they can fly down the field, offense is a heck of a lot of fun.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, that play-action fake, it just froze the defense for a split second. That allowed the tight end time to work his route, get vertical down the field, and pick up a big gainer for the offense.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Morris. Gets it to him on the screen. Touchdown Mustangs! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own, a chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. That keeps the running game churning, pick up a 5 to the 23. And the Red Raiders in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's caught downfield. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Army is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this could be the kind of loss that sets that program back significantly. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Running back searching for a hole. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Showing off the arm. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
Another first down.
And the Mustangs are marching down the field. He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's Morris. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. The run from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
Wants to fire on second down. Got out of trouble and throws. That's caught. It's Douglas. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
They'll try to get it through the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on fourth down. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, SMU. Fitted in the window for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Power football with the run. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient.
Oh, he's got some space. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. The Red Raiders, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Now on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Looking to pass. It's Addison. Firing to the right, complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The QB sneak has been around for 4,000 years. Obviously some exaggeration, but so hard to stop. Quarterback gets it, starts to burrow behind that offensive line, and now you got the push behind with these guys. It's almost impossible to stop.
They'll send the back in motion. Plows through the defense. Busts through behind his pad. Touchdown, Red Raiders! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Continues to fight for yards. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
I love the play call of running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Got his man quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Morris. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Douglas. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And now this offense on 1st and goal has a chance to break the tie late. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown Mustangs! They move on top here in the 4th. I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet, 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. BYU is running away with this one, and they're just itching to ring that victory bell. They're up by 28 over Navy. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
While the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. That defensive penalty was just what the doctor ordered for this offense. It's now 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Makes the grab down the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
The pull and throw off the RPO. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Use the play fake, now to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Oh, man, that's a big interception late in this game. And listen, I know you're trying to go vertical with the 4 verts, but so did the defense. Great job staying deep, playing the football in the air, and forcing the ginormous turnover.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Back to throw. It's Morris. Quickly complete. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
1 more yard on this 2nd down might just put an exclamation point on this one. Looks as if he's going to run it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got it set up on the outside. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle. It's Douglas. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication.
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. A little release to the back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Makes the grab. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Shoots it to the left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. They'll run play action, using his legs to buy some time. Got his man on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the score. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And they'll go for two to try to win it right here. And this crowd is deafening, trying to will the stop. He's looking to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's okay, offense. You did your job. You took the lead late in this football game. Now, defense, it's your time to shine. A few more stops, and you get out of here with a dub.
Texas Tech, 34.
The clock is at 18 seconds. Hearts are beating fast. The onside kick is coming. The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.